Well, good evening. It is dark, and we are parked at the Loves right outside of the Tyson plant in Macon, Georgia. Um, I know it's been a little bit, but tonight we're going to talk about. You remember?
Being a captain in your own ship.
Yes, being the captain of your own ship. It's winter time, and it's about high time we talk about that. So enjoy the intro, and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back, everybody. We are glad that you have been tuning in. We have several new subscribers since the last time we posted. Just to let you know what happened, we went home for 1 week. We had 7 luncheons, 5 dinners, 2 birthday parties, and 2 Christmas parties.
We stayed busy.
We were busy. We put about 3,000 miles on that rental car for a week. I mean, I drove just as much as I had been driving all week. So, we're sorry we didn't get any home time videos. Our grandkids really wanted to be in a video. Maybe next time, kids. Anyway, tonight we're talking about being the captain of your own ship and what that means. And being it's winter time, now is the most important time that you understand what that means. Every company out there is obliged to look at safety first. And the government tells them, if your driver does not feel safe to drive, and have given you a good reason, then they don't need to be on the road. They're a danger at that point, and you can't force them to drive. However, there are companies that like to. The last company we worked for, we knew the minute the phone rang and it was one of them, whether it's the owner, his brother, his other brother, the fleet manager, dispatch, even logs and payroll asking us to do illegal things every time the phone rang. So we're going to start with that. Okay, every company is obliged to make sure that you are safe and you feel safe. And I'm saying a lot of you because we didn't write this down. We need to be more organized. Anyway, if you tell them you do not feel safe driving, 500 trucks will go by you, and it's not going to change the fact that you do not feel safe driving, whether it's high winds, whether it's snow, heavy rain, whiteout conditions, and a great thing. Okay, you should not drive unless you feel confident you can drive safely. You can operate an 80,000-pound vehicle safely. Okay, think about your own limitations and be realistic. Okay, we were just coming down 80 earlier this week. They shut 80 down. Oh, not because too much snow, not because of icy conditions, because it was whiteout conditions. You couldn't tell where the road was. And whiteout conditions are the snow is blowing across the road. Even if you're right behind the plow, you can't tell where the road is. The plows can't tell where the road is. That's why in Wyoming, there's whiteout conditions. They shut everything down. They close the doors. Okay. We pulled off. We were in front of the storm. We had 20 minutes left to drive, so we had to pull off. We pulled off. We shut it down for the night, and we let dispatch know immediately that the blizzard was coming in right behind us, and we did not think we would be able to move the next day. We expected the roads to be shut down. The state came about 20 minutes after we parked and said, roads are closed. Gates came down. The next day, snow was gone. They had the plows out.
Gates were still closed.
Right, the gates were still closed. The reason being is people who thought they knew their limitations went through the barricades, around the barricades, did not exit the interstate whenever they said the interstate was closed. And down by Laramie, there was a whole bunch of 4-wheelers and 18-wheelers stuck in the snow. Left the road, blocked the road in these whiteout conditions. So what they had to do was they couldn't plow straight through like they wanted to, like they should have been able to, like we should have been able to be on the road at 5 a.m. No. They had to go from Laramie back to where all these vehicles were, then start towing them out of the median and off the side of the road and everything. Then they could go a little bit further and tow more vehicles. Then a little bit further, tow more vehicles. We sat there all day until about 5 p.m. before they opened the road. By that time, they had already moved our Walmart load one day out, which is great. We contacted our fleet manager when we needed to. We contacted our payroll person when we needed to. Let everybody know, because we only have one little $1,200 trip on that. That was our big load for the week. I mean, we picked it up in Yakima, Washington, going all the way to, where did we go?
I don't
She doesn't remember. She's going to check it. I'm going to let her check it.
I'm going to check the cheat sheet. We went to Clarksville, Arkansas.
Clarksville, Arkansas. All right. So, they were able to get it on this paycheck. We got in at 10 a.m. yesterday, Thursday. And because we communicated with our team, which we'll talk about our team later, because we communicated with our team, we let them know what was going on, what everything that was happening, and we work hard. They were able to get that on this paycheck so that we can pay all our bills at home, which is great. Guys, if you're watching, I know y'all know I don't like to give names, but y'all know who y'all are. Thank you very much. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so talking about that, you need to know what your limitations are. And if you don't, this winter's going to show you. And hopefully it'll show you in a way that you will still be driving next year. If you do not feel 100% comfortable, you need to let your dispatch know and let them know that you do not feel safe driving. Now, moving on to the next thing. Snow, ice, wind. 40-mile-per-hour winds push an empty trailer over. An empty box trailer, reefer or box, doesn't matter. Conestoga can be pushed over in 40-mile-per-hour gusts if it's empty. If they're empty, all right. There is a chart online. If people ask me for it, I'll put it up. There's a chart that tells you how fast you can go with how much of a load in so much winds. We've seen way too many trucks being pushed off the road, being pushed into the median, rolling over, and winter really hasn't even hit hard yet. So keep that in mind when you're driving an empty trailer. Today, when we went through Memphis, we had 43,000 pounds. So we were literally 1,400 pounds from being max load, 80,000 pounds. And we were hearing people. My wife was reading on Facebook to me, shut down if you're in the Memphis area. It's too much wind for empty trailers, blah, blah, blah. And then there were people getting on and saying, oh, y'all are just wimps. Y'all are just, you just need to go, 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 go. Nothing bad's going to happen. Nothing bad ever happens. People just, I have seen trailers blown over in 40-mile-per-hour winds. Okay? It's not a joke. The trainer should have taught you. The trainer should have explained this to you. And they call that trainer and he says, yeah, I explained dangerous winds to my trainee. And you're sitting there laying on your side, talking to safety. Guaranteed when that $1,600 tow bill is paid or more, for them riding your trailer, riding your truck, your $1,000 deductible on your truck, your $500 deductible on your trailer. If you had a load, $500 deductible on that. Once that's paid, you don't have a job. And that's something It's not like log violations, internal company log violations. This follows you from job to job. You rolled a trailer in
And
high
a truck.
winds. In truck.
He thought.
Right. So
he doesn't know his limitations.
correct. Now, another thing, you're driving in high winds, in rain, and all this stuff. Another big thing that I say about knowing your limitations, captaining your own ship, is not only know your limits, but realize you are driving a big vehicle. We see these XPO, FedEx, UPS, day cabs running around, and they are whipping in and out of traffic like they're driving a sports car in a NASCAR race.
And they're in their home territory and they feel really comfortable and they know the roads and they know the area. And so they get a bit cocky.
Right. And there is a reason why they say most accidents happen within 10 miles of your home.
You feel comfortable.
Right.
And you make mistakes.
You should never feel completely comfortable in a big vehicle. In any vehicle you drive. I told my kids when I was teaching them, if you ever feel 100% comfortable, like, oh, this is so relaxing, you should pull over because you are going to make a mistake. And that mistake could cost you or somebody else their lives. Let's see. So snow and ice. There's a reason why they call it black ice. Not because it's black. It's the same as any ice. It's clear. But because asphalt is black and you're looking down and you see nothing but black. So you think it's safe. And so they call it black ice because it looks black because you're looking through it seeing the asphalt. Right? It does not take much to hydroplane one of these trucks. It does not take much ice to make you slide all over the place.
So turn off the cruise control.
Mm-hmm.
Turn off the Jake. Don't use the Jake brake.
There you go. And anytime the roads could be slick, rain, snow, sleet, hail, any type of precipitation, do not use your cruise control. Do not use your Jake brake. There are reasons behind it. One of them is when your cruise control is going, they call ATC, and all this, and there's so many different algorithms, anagrams, and all for it. But basically, it's traction control is what most people know about it. When this wheel here starts to lose, and this one has good traction, this one's trying to lose traction. It transfers a little bit more power to the wheel that's got traction until the wheel that doesn't gains traction again. Now this takes split seconds. All in all, when you lose traction, it's going to try to do that. Whenever it tries to do that, it's going to kick your back end out towards the direction that you have traction in. All right. Then it will cut off when it can't get traction. By then, you've got about a second or two that you already losing traction, already starting your jackknife. And then what happens? Cruise control shuts off. There's a massive change in inertia in the drives, which causes you to spin even quicker, going to that jackknife even faster. When, if you didn't have the cruise on, and you could have felt that traction loss in your foot, taking your foot off the fuel, waited until you could feel the traction return, then increase fuel slowly, and you would have been fine. Just like your trainer taught you. Just like you were taught how to do in case your rear wheels broke loose when you were in driver's ed. Rain, same thing. Ice, snow, same thing. Now, talking about your Jake brake. If you've been using your Jake brake properly, you'll notice that anytime you're going down a mountain, you engage that jake brake. Whenever you release that jake brake, whenever you get down to 3 to 5 miles per hour below the speed limit, you release that jake brake. That jake brake still hangs on for about 3 to 4 seconds. Okay? So, to say you use that jake brake coming down a mountain in icy conditions, you lose traction, you flip that jake brake off. How long is it going to take that jake brake to let loose? 3 to 4 seconds. All the while, you are fastly, very fast, heading into a jackknife situation. I mean, guys, they put safety features on these trucks. Let me just explain something to you real quick. Lane departure. If it goes off more than 3 times while you're driving, and there's no construction, and no long periods without a line, then you're relying on your lane departure way too much.
Or you might be falling asleep.
Yeah, that too.
And not even realize it because you're so tired.
Okay. How often does your truck break for you? 9 months, my truck's broke for me twice. Both times someone cut me off within 10 feet of my radar. Yes, I keep it where I can see how far they are. Within 10 feet, both times. It's the only 2 times my truck has ever pushed the brake for me. How often does the truck push the brake for you? How often does the truck slow down coming up on another truck with cruise on? If you heavily rely on these things, when it gets cold enough that it shuts them off and you're having to hit clear 5 and 6 times so that you can see how fast you're going, you should probably shut down. Because you rely on your safety systems way too much, and it's going to get you in trouble because they're not. Now, on to wet road conditions. Just like with ice, and just like you were taught whenever you went to driver's ed for your four-wheeler, the first little bit of rain before the water starts flowing over the road, it raises oil to the surface. That's oil that vehicles have dropped and oil that was put down for the asphalt to secure the asphalt. Once a good rain washes it off, that slickness is gone. That is the most dangerous time, other than deep flooding, that you're going to get on the road without ice and snow. Okay? Do not use cruise control during that time. Do not use jake brake during that time. Okay? Wet roads, just don't use them. Now, a way to see if you have good traction, which I've talked to several new people driving, and their trainers just did not go through this with them. Look in your mirrors. Your mirrors over here. You're going to be able to see your drives in your lower mirror. And in your upper mirror, you'll be able to see your trailer tires. On both sides, if your mirrors are set right. You should be able to see your steers and your crossover mirrors up here on the hood. You should see water spray from those wheels. A good amount. Let you know your tires are contacting the pavement. So it does not mean that you won't hydroplane. It does not mean that you won't slide. But it doesn't matter if it's snow, ice, water. If there's no spray, your wheels are not contacting the pavement. You're on a layer of water or ice. Okay, very dangerous. In that case, let up off the fuel, let it settle down so you can see spray. Now, captaining your own ship, back to that. This is all part of captaining your own ship. And why does everybody say that? Why does that phrase keep coming up? Why is that? I mean, my fleet manager, my logs person, everybody's saying you're the captain of your own ship. It's because you're the one out there gauging the conditions and what you are capable of. Okay? You are the one ultimately responsible. If you run into black ice, stop traffic, you're still doing 50 miles an hour because you weren't paying attention. You run into the back of a car, plow through several vehicles. When the lawsuit comes, guess whose name's at the top? Yours. You're the captain of your own vehicle. You're the captain of your own ship. You're the one in charge of what happens to it. At no time can anyone tell you, oh, it's safe to drive, go ahead. If you don't feel safe, you stay off the roads. And I'm going to tell you how to handle that. No company in their right mind will ever put over a Qualcomm or an official message for you to keep driving after you say, I feel unsafe. I do not want to drive anymore. I'm shutting down for the day. I will let you know when I feel safe to go. I will keep you informed every few hours. Here's what normally happens. And I'm not going to name any companies' names, but you get a phone call. They'll put, okay, you get a phone call. They're going to tell you, look, we've had 6 trucks pass you. You need to get going. You're on a time-sensitive load. You're off. You can say anything, even down to calling you names. Okay? When you get done on that phone call, you hang up. You go back to your proper channels, Qualcomm, app in the phone, whatever it is, and you put in, as per our phone conversation just a few seconds ago, you told me I am a blank if I don't start driving. You want me to continue to drive even though I feel unsafe at the time. And unsafe can also be you're sick with the flu or COVID, people. Not just road conditions are unsafe. It could be you yourself are unsafe. Okay? Now, what's going to happen after you send that message, and I'm telling you, if you're using an app like WhatsApp or something, immediately take a picture, a screenshot, and wait for their response. When they respond, take another screenshot. You're going to need both of them. Because they're going to say, we never said that, and then they're going to say, then they're going to delete it. Okay? If they can. Qualcomm, they can. So all you Prime drivers, if you use the app, I don't know if they can delete it or not, because that was made for Prime and developed for Prime, but through the Qualcomm, nothing can ever be ever.
And just so you know, Prime's not going to actually do that, but there are other companies who will.
Right, and if your fleet manager asks you to do that, I can guarantee you, when you call safety, he will never ask you to do that again. You may never see his name, his signature on responses again. Because I have personally seen Rob Lowe walk somebody out because they told a driver who was in a condition where he said, I'm not safe to drive. He told the driver to drive. All right? So, you are the captain of your own ship. Doesn't matter who owns that truck. I don't care if they even use that. When we own the truck, we say keep going or you don't have a job. Fine. No one has ever refused to hire a driver because he was safe. They have refused to hire a driver because he was unsafe. And one of the things they look at is they don't care who told you, how they told you, what they told you, if you got screenshots or what. You're the one who moved that truck. You're the one who put your life, everybody else's life on the road, and that freight in danger. That's what they look at. If you say, look, I was fired, here's the screenshots, you can see they told me to go, I told them no. They told me go or I'm this, and I told them kiss my you know what. You're fired. It's all right here. That other company is going to laugh, and if they got an opening, they're going to take it. They know you are a safe driver. The name of the game, and I love what Prime says, our highest calling is safety. The name of the game is safety. Your job is not to get that freight there on time, every time. Your job is to get that freight there on time, every time, safely. If you can't do it safely, I guarantee you that receiver would rather wait a day or two for their product than never get it at all. That shipper would rather that receiver wait a day or two than never get it all and them have to pay for that product. Your company would rather not have to have a claim, an insurance claim. You would rather not have to have an insurance claim because if you are lease or owner op, you got to pay that insurance claim. If you don't have insurance on that, you pay for the load, the value of the load. It's a lot. We haul millions and millions of dollars.
And even more important than all of that, your life can't be replaced. And your family would rather you come home.
Yes. And so, in conclusion, that phrase means you are the one ultimately responsible for that freight, your safety, the safety of the people around you. You are an adult, and if you have kids, you understand how being responsible for the safety of the people around you and yourself is of utmost importance. So, please, if you feel unsafe, pull over, contact your fleet manager, your dispatch, whoever you have to, no matter what company you work for, and let them know immediately. Don't let them know 3 hours later and say, why'd you stop? Why aren't you moving? You're on time to the road. Oh, well, the snow started coming down and I didn't feel safe driving. No, you let them know immediately. And if you're on the side of the road because of something like that, remember, 10 minutes to get your triangles out. Get them out properly. 50, 100, 200 foot. Not 5, 10, and 50 foot. 50, 100, and 200 feet. Then when a cop comes, put your window down. Hello, officer. Why are you stopped? You broke down? Do you need some assistance? No, officer, I don't need assistance. It was unsafe driving conditions. I do not feel safe driving in these conditions. You know what? Not even an officer can make you move. You say, I'm out of time. He can make you move. He can't make you move if you feel unsafe. And now he can ask you, if I escort you, do you feel you can make it to the next truck stop? Say there's snow. It's almost wild. You can barely see that line. You felt unsafe. You can tell officer, yes, sir, I believe I could. Go get your triangles. You don't want to forget them. Put them in your truck, and he will get behind you with his lights so you can drive 30 miles an hour down the interstate with your flashers on. And how you feel the edge of that road is, you go a little bit until you feel that rumble strip. You come off just a tiny bit, about 3 feet. You drive. You feel that rumble strip again, come back off. Every once in a while, go over and hit that rumble strip. So you get to the next exit, pull off. What is it? Exit, entrance, exit, next truck stop, whatever. Officer's there to help you. And I guarantee you, he can give you a ticket a lot quicker for being unsafe than he will for doing the safe thing and the responsible thing. Is there anything else you would like to add to this, man?
It's all you guys. It's all you. I mean, no one's going to drive in your truck, climb in your truck and drive it for you. They're just not going to. So whatever decisions you make about your ship will affect all the ships around you, obviously. So just be careful.
And on that note, I want to reiterate something I said in an earlier video. I think it was a video last year. Don't ask anybody to get behind the wheel of your truck. No one will. No one wants to accept the responsibility. For one, your company didn't approve them to be in your truck. Even if it's, say, Prime, say I was in the restroom, my wife was trying to back in. It says she got her license. She was trying to back in. She was having trouble. And another prime driver came up and said, "Hey, I can back it in for you." Don't let them. They are not approved to be in your truck. And if he messes something up, you're still responsible. You're the captain of your own ship. You wanted to be in this world. You wanted to be here. You wanted to make a career out of this. You wanted to be your own boss. You want to be able to make your own decisions. This is a critical one. This is one of the big ones. Right up there with monetary decisions that make you go bankrupt. Like refusing loads because they aren't paying $3.50 a mile. Like refusing loads because you have to bobtail more than 150 miles. Like a lot of things. It's right up there with those big ones that'll get you going home with your tail between your legs. Please, we implore to you. Because I'm being selfish here. I don't want to be on the road with someone who does not know their limitations and takes me out or my wife out because you didn't know what you were doing. If you have the slightest bit of intrepidation about driving, don't. Pull over. Shut it down. Tell your fleet manager. Okay? They will never, ever, ever, ever chastise you for being safe. The only time I think, and even then, because you don't know what's going on, someone can have the flu. It can be dry conditions, summertime. They are just as much a danger. You can't tell them, oh, the roads are dry, just keep driving, because you don't know what's going on. But if you're on the other end, you're the driver, you need to let them know, I think I have the flu. I'm running a fever, I've got chills, I've got aches, I can't concentrate on driving, I am a danger on the road. I need to sit here and take some medicine for a couple days. They're okay with that. Okay? So, with that being said,
Captain up.
watch it now. You might get SpongeBob on you.
Oh, God.
Like my grinding gears. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I didn't say the exact.
Good job.
But anyway, please be safe. We want to meet all of you at one point or another. And we can't do that if we're not here. So, let's all stay safe. Remember that I don't care if it's a military load. Everybody wants their freight there safely. There's no exception. Everyone wants their freight there safely. They would rather be a day or two late than not there at all. Have to wait a week or two for a replacement. I mean, come on, guys. Use your head.
And if you don't know what to do,
Just ask.
someone will find you the answer.
Yes. And don't use these Facebook groups because, you all know what's going to happen on that. You've been watching it long enough. Half the people are going to praise you for doing what you want to do, and on the other half are going to tear you down. And very, very few, and you usually get fed up with reading the comments before you find them. Very, very few are actually going to have something that's going to help.
Some people will tell you the wrong thing to do just to see if they'll do it.
Right. So find someone, contact someone. You can contact us through Facebook. Contact us through here. I usually put my cell phone on it. We hand out my business cards while we're out on the road. If you want one, you'll get that. I talk with people on the Xbox. I run a Rust server that people can contact me through. I mean, there's so many avenues to contact people who want to help you. And one of them is your team at whatever company you work at, your fleet manager and all. And let's just face it, people. You are the number one most important piece of safety equipment on your truck. So use that piece of safety equipment. All right. Well,
Be safe.
Yeah. Be safe. We're going to head into this Love's, take a shower, and enjoy our night. Maybe watch a movie. Because, I mean, even if our load's ready at 4 o'clock in the morning, we're only going 300 miles with it. And we can't deliver until 4 a.m. on Monday because they're closed on the weekend. So, we're going to enjoy this leisurely weekend. So, as always, keep your shiny side up. Your rubber side down is what this whole thing was about, right? And your mirrors between the ditches. We'll catch you later.